It looks like record labels are trying to overhaul the music industry so that new signees are not going to be allowed to make their own versions of their songs like Taylor's versions. Taylor Swift kind of redefined the way that the music industry works, like it or not, by doing this, and she's making a ton of money off of it and marketing it in a genius way, and they just want to make sure that no other artists will ever have the opportunity to do that and circumvent the way that music labels make money off of their artists. So they want to essentially make you wait at least 3 decades after recording your song originally to be able to re-record it and own it.
Don't sign with a record label. Like, record labels are the devil.
It says, with heavily publicized re-recordings of Fearless, Red, and Speak Now and 1989 doing blockbuster numbers, several more artists have either released re-recordings of their own music, including Switchfoot, I haven't heard of them in a long time, Wheatus, Paris Hilton, Stars Are Blind, it's a great song, or announced their intention to do so.
We're going to do it as soon as our re-record clause is out. We're going to re-record all of our stuff.
Because you have the ability to do so.
Yeah.
You're not
I own a studio
beholden to any
exactly.
label.
And you can, and the thing, part of the reason is because nowadays it's inexpensive for bands to create music. Like, you can do it in your, most people can come up with the money to fund their own recording. It takes a couple $1,000s between a computer and the learning how to run Pro Tools and having some interface stuff. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, you can do it. Yeah, well, I mean, look, whatever program you want to use, I'm not going to get into picking.
Carter right now, he's going to burst. He's going to knock down the door.
He's got Pro Tools in there. But the point is, it's not prohibitively expensive. It used to be where you needed to have a studio that you could go to, and it would take tens of thousands of dollars to record. Now you can do a recording for $5,000.
Or you do it in your bedroom. People do that.
Well,
too.
Yeah, in your bedroom for $5,000. You still need to have a computer.
Yeah.
I wonder if JoJo was the cautionary tale for all this when she was no longer.
My gosh.
Remember that?
Yeah. And I hate to say it, but the re-recorded versions of her hits are not. They don't hit the same.
Nope, they don't.
Because no one knew that she was 13 at the time that she sang those songs, because they're such mature songs. Yeah. But her voice just sounds more weathered in the new versions. Yep. And it's just not the same, man. But she really got screwed over. Like, they owned her entire likeness. Like, she signed it over seemingly not knowing the consequences at the time. And she was a child. Yep. I mean, why should you be able to have sign something with parental consent even at that time in your life that gives all the rights to your music away?
You know what happened?
They'll be looking to sign the rights for perpetuity. Like, they'll say re-record contracts. You can't re-record in perpetuity.
It says, according to some top music attorneys, that spurred record labels to overhaul contracts that include language prohibiting new signees from re-recording their music for as long as 30 years. Longer than the period of time that was the norm previously. But you're saying they're just going to extend it to, like, you can never re-record it.
Well, yeah, they'll use the word in perpetuity, which means forever.
Maybe if you change like one lyric or one note.
No, they'll have a clause. They'll go ahead and have a clause to say that,
against that.
Yeah, because I don't know what the percentage change to make something different, like to make it for using on the internet or whatever. You have to change it a certain amount, but the record companies that are getting bands to sign and stuff, they'll figure out a way to make sure that the end result is that you can never do it, because that's the goal. The goal is to go ahead and say, okay, the end result that we want is you can never ever do this. We own it forever, and even if you record it again, it's ours. So they'll just make sure that the stipulations in the contract are.
I know something that always works. They should just go on strike.
They should just go on strike.
They should just go on strike against the record labels, and then they'll really learn their lesson.
I think when JoJo tried to go out and do it on her own, she's like, I want my
Well, she did
back.
release new music.
But do you think she tried to get all those songs back, and they were like, it's just too little too late? And I
think she only re-recorded Too Little Too Late and Get Out.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, those were the big ones, right?
Because those are the only ones that anyone cared about anyway.
Yeah, and they're not going to re-record it. I do hope that it pushes artists to be like, look, I don't need you. I can do this on my own. But it does feel like what you realize more than anything, and maybe you can tell me if this is true or not, that what you get more than anything from this is it's the promo. The promo does so much. The marketing, the promo does so much for the reach.
But you can market yourself on social media.
Okay, so to a certain extent, you're right. But like, there's no question in my mind that All That Remains would not be the successful band that we are without the label promoting us and pushing us. Like, it just wouldn't happen, because I've seen as our label started making changes in the office because they got purchased, I saw the results of releasing songs and records. I saw the changes. I saw when things got better and worse with different people. People are not interchangeable. If you have a good team in your office, it does make a difference. So it's not that simple. You can make good music that goes viral, that does great things for you, but I don't know that it's possible to just say, or that it's correct to say, you can just do it on your own without a label.
And it's a lot of work to do. Like, if you look at what Tom McDonald has to do to constantly be putting out content, he doesn't just make Instagram posts that are like him saying, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. He does like themed Instagram posts that somebody has to go buy those outfits. Somebody has to do the text. Somebody has to do the editing. His girlfriend does all the editing for their music videos. Like, that's a lot of work to do that. Yeah. And you reap the benefits because you're keeping the money. But when you're just growing, he built a platform off of some songs that went viral back in the day. But not everyone's going to have that luck, or not that luck, but not everyone's going to have that hit that necessarily propels them forward, like he did with I don't remember what the White Boy was really, really controversial back then, and some of these other ones. But it's a lot to sign up for, to just do it on your own when there isn't that financial incentive up front.
Right. And also, just like the Hollywood actors that are striking right now, they want the legitimacy that a studio or a record label in this case gives you, and the opportunities for collaborations with other artists that are organized by record labels all the time, things like that. In other Taylor Swift news, though, one of her longtime friends, Selena Gomez, reportedly has some concerns about her relationship with Travis Kelce. She is literally the hating friend that's like, she doesn't want to talk to you. She's saying she's worried because Taylor is moving too fast in this relationship, and she's worried about the fact that this relationship is so public, and that's not like Taylor. And it just sounds like your bitter friend that doesn't want you to be in a relationship. Wants to drag you down to their level, because like, being single is a personality trait for Selena Gomez at this point. And she certainly is one to talk about moving on too fast, because like, she needs to learn about moving on faster from a high school relationship.
I've got it. I know what's going to happen now. So what's going to happen is they're going to make it to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
And they're going to be listening to Taylor Swift. And whoever they play is going to be listening to Creed. And therein lies the soul for America. Does Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce...
I'm telling you, it's which way Western man.
Does Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce decide the soul for America? Or does Scott Stapp and Creed decide the soul for America?
Pick a side!
Pick a side, folks. And then the downside is then if the only way that's really going to make story sense is if it's the Dallas Cowboys, and everyone knows the Dallas Cowboys never make it to the Super Bowl, or they never win the Super Bowl. So we'll have to wait and see. Actually, they might not even be able to play against each other. I don't know if one of those is AFC and one of those is NFC. But the point is that I see a great story unfolding here. Someone needs to write a script about two songs that are used, kind of like in the movie Angels in the Outfield, where he's got the angels that help them win. We need songs that have been blessed songs that each side has that gets them to the playoffs, and then they have to both decide to not use them in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the movie? Okay, this is going to be a deep cut. Has anybody seen the movie Sixth Man?
No.
So The Sixth Man was a movie in which I don't remember which Wayans brother it is, but one of the Wayans brothers and Kadeem Hardison are in this movie, and his brother dies playing basketball and then helps them win the rest of the season up until the final game. And I think it's Marlon Wayans. And in the final game, when he's taking the final shot, he shoots the ball, and he's gonna make the basket go in to ensure that they win the game. And he goes, "No, Let it go. Meaning, like, if we're gonna win, I need to win on my own. They need to do that with the Travis Kelce. They need to have no songs in the end that are blessed. I'm telling you, we could do this.
Is she a good luck charm or a bad luck charm?
She's a good luck charm for now.
For now.
For now. There's Marlon Wayans.
What do you think about the Selena Gomez stuff?
She always seems like somebody who, like,
it might not even be real. It might be fake.
Like, I mean, it could absolutely be one of those things where she just wants to drag her friend down, but who knows? Who knows? Let the lady have her fun or do whatever the hell she's doing. Where she's like, I don't really.
They need to find out who this inside source is.
Do you think that happens? Where like all the what the celebrities should do is they should start leaking fake information but different versions to each of the people in their inner circle, and then whichever version gets leaked, they know who did it.
I mean, I'm not sure the context of why you would want to do that.
So you want to know, so that you know who's leaking the information, so you can fight.
I understand the goal, but I'm not sure the context of when that is an applicable.
Well, if you're a celebrity who doesn't want stuff getting out and stuff keeps getting out.
Yeah, I mean that is, that
it's like
that does
calling
work.
TMZ on yourself.
Yeah.
Like they do it for themselves.
Yeah, like I said, I mean the method would produce the desired result of figuring out who's leaking, but I'm not sure like what the context would be where that would be where it would be desirable to use that method.
Yeah. And you're right. A lot of them leak the information themselves. Somebody could also make a movie based on just the guy whose job it is to leak the information to the press.
Some people remember that movie. Like I've never heard of that movie in my life.
That movie came out long before you were born.
Okay.
Like the early 90s or like the.
Well, I was today years old when I found out it existed.
I don't know. It's her relationship status will likely cause them, because it's all fun and games now, but what if they start losing? Then the backlash starts.
Yeah.
They're winning right now.
Unlikely.
Sports teams go through slumps all the time. The moment they lose, they're going to be like, Travis Kelce is distracted and Patrick Mahomes can't take up all the slack.
It must be weird, right? Because he's making so much money just off of dating her.
I mean, he was already wealthy to begin with. I don't know if he's
getting so many more like brand deal offers now that he's dating her, and I don't know, does she not think like he's just gonna kind of stay with me until the money dries up?
But he doesn't have to worry about money. He's got money anyways. He's a multimillionaire anyways because he's a pro football player.
But until he's a billionaire like her,
he's not
gonna relax.
I don't think that's what he's worried about, right? I think he would rather win than be a billionaire.
Does he feel emasculated by dating a female billionaire?
No, I don't think so. I think he's an athlete who's focused on winning. I don't think he's letting it go to his head. I don't think that it hurts his ego to be dating someone that makes more money than him.
Do a lot of guys feel this way, that they wouldn't date a woman who makes more money than them?
I don't know that it's guys that wouldn't. There probably is a portion of the population that guys would say they don't want to, but I think that it's more likely that women will say they don't want to date a guy that makes less money.
True.
Chiefs lost last game, so if they lose 2 in a row, it's all Taylor's fault.
Taylor Swift will not find a man that makes more money than her. Yeah. She's not
she
going to.
She could date Jeff Bezos.
She could marry George Soros.
I mean, that's the level you're talking about. Or she could
name 2 more evil people.
She'd have to date some dude from Dubai that in the
oil.
That's royalty, something like that.
They're gonna start making fan cams of some like Saudi Arabian prince.
So it was a love story for the ages. Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.